Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we're going through my AFLW fantasy team review for round 8 in what was a pretty horrific round for me. I ended up with a round rank of 2671. I basically just had all of the defenders that failed. Simply put, it was just a horror week. The 3 defenders that I didn't have that I noted that I sort of said in my top 5 defender bracket out of the likes of, like I was talking about with Darcy, Daisy Darcy, Shearer, Gay, Newton, and then also, let me just check prices because it was, then you also had Webster as well in there and Maddie Newman. Out of the 6 that I just mentioned there, I had only one of them, and that one failed. And then also all my backup options pretty much failed as well. So yeah, let's just jump into this and show you the chaos that happened. I ended up with a 1266. Pretty much just epitomizes my year that, yeah, the ranking went down, I'm pretty sure as well, by about 30, 40, 50 slots or something. Daisy Darcy scored a 26, almost got injured in it, which, yeah, that would have sucked. Would have pretty much epitomized my year. Charlotte Thomas as well with a 44. She absolutely had a stinker as well, just couldn't get onto it as well. Only had 9 kicks, which is the lowest for the year. Had 2 free kicks against her, worst for the year outcome there. Just couldn't get any disposals effectively. Freo just couldn't find a way to score behind. Goldrick needs to go, but also can't go because I think I have an injury in O'Dowd. So yeah, just more chaos. But yeah, she scored a 49, which is not the best. And I don't even know how I'd get her up to anything worthwhile, given that I have 30k plus also Oliver's 491 plus also so I'd have about, 190, 210. I'd have about 300k, so I could get her up. You know what, if O'Dowd is probably fine, then I could go Goldrick up. But if O'Dowd's injured, then I might have to go Goldrick to someone else, as she just isn't cutting it at the moment. And she might be able to get up to a Sheeran, who is just popping out big scores, as well as Maddie Gay, who's popping out big scores at the moment now. Newton as well popped out a big score. So you just see here that it just sucks at this point. Let's make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Watson 65, she did her job. Heads 62 did her job. Oliver 36 would have liked a little bit more, but she did her job making some cash there when I brought her in at, I think, 350k, and now she got up to 490 so in a couple of weeks. Marinoff doing her job. I think she even dropped down in cash. Yeah, 15k cash loss for that, and now is only averaging 150.6 for the year, only up 22 points. She's doing her job. 1,300 points to her, and she's pretty much been double throughout the time, other than rounds 4, 5, and 6, I think, where she scored a combined, 307, 430 odd points. So she has contributed about 430 points less than 2,710. So around about the 2280 marker she's contributed out of my total. She's contributed, wait for it, I think she's contributed about 20% of the score right now. If we say that it's around about the 2250 marker that I think she's contributed, divided by 12,118 is about 18% of the total score, which is quite ridiculous for having, I think it was in the end, I don't know what we started at necessarily, but yeah, she's definitely overperformed her what she's priced at, what she started out priced at. I believe she started out at around about 10% of the cap or so, and she's now priced at around about 8% of the cap, and she's producing 18% of the total score. Conti 93, she's done her. It didn't even do her job, but like in the midfield here, just looking at it, you see not many scores in the midfield of note, to be honest with you. Goering scoring a top 10 score for the round was quite funny. Given that I was a little bit worried about her, so I was with Hatchard. Both of them going hundreds, it was good. As well as Boyle Carr putting up a 37. Thank you. Could you put up another 30 odd and you might go up in cash, and then I can use you in the final round alongside Moody to get to someone. But yeah, those two put out, whereas Rowbottom and Conti didn't, which is quite surprising. It just shows how volatile the midfield has been this year. O'Dowd 70 and got injured in it as well for the last couple minutes, which was quite annoying. But yeah, she's doing her job. It's just annoying that I just haven't had the cash gen there, and that's something that I really want to focus on next year. Cash gen. Then you see here, I didn't even know that Randall put up a 33. Is she like injured in it or just put up a 33? Yeah, just put up a 33. That sucked. That pretty much, yeah, that like, and Too Good's 36 pretty much just absolutely epitomizes my year this round. Randall, Too Good. O'Sullivan put up a mid score. So Randall, Too Good, Daisy Darcy, Thomas, Goldrick. So I had 5 primos go sub 50. That pretty much sums up the year. 5 of my top liners go. I mean, Too Good was massive risk, and I know that. And of course, yeah, she's going to be so unders next year. I just had to take the risk because, Huntington actually scored another 18 points on top of Too Good, but I kind of had to take that risk, and it is what it is. It was a bad risk in the end to take. Yeah, but obviously it doesn't matter too much. I know this is a really sort of short video and there's not much I can really do to spice it up. Obviously, Smith and Dersman not playing didn't help for cash gen purposes. Celine Moody, probably surprise of the week, and I thought she was going to go up for about 60k, but only went up 48, but 48 is still 48 more than 0 that I would have got with Yarks, who I think is out with an ACL. So at least that's a small positive. Small positive that I won't have to change any of this for the time being, and also the fact that if you look at remove defenders here, if you remove the defender line, you'll see that the North girls in Jazz Gardner and Riddell both scored middling scores, as well as Georgie Sparker scoring an 87, so shows she can score, but also shows that her average is going to hold around that marker for 69 next year. Will be interesting with the full preseason what happens there. But yeah, and Sophia Hurley, the pod that I had for the week, failed to fire, which was a little bit annoying for those that if you did go on her. Anyone else of sort of anything else I need to really add? I expect Daisy Darcy to bounce back. She was off for much of the game from what you usually expect from her. And she scored an 84 last week, so I expect her to bounce back if her knee's fine. Charlotte Thomas, I expect her to bounce back as well. She's sort of just been middling it. Then Goldrick, probably the run you could probably have seen it fade out in probably round 6, but then again you weren't going to trade her in a double, so it was sort of like she was still scoring well as well though. That's the problem, that the last couple, like the last game of round 7 and round 8, she really hasn't scored well, and that's sort of been the combination of a lot of the Melbourne girls coming back. So I guess that is probably one of the reasons why, but you just gotta hope that she gets back in the scores next week, I guess, because I don't really have much maneuverability. And then Watson and Heads, as we talked about. So that pretty much is the video. I stretched it out somehow, but yeah, that's the video going through the team review for round 8. Not the greatest, I guess, team outcome based, I guess. Yeah, just stuffed over early in the season by injuries and cash generation, and haven't been really able to get that cash generation back that I lost. As just looking at the rankings here quickly for cash generation, I'm about 2 million behind a lot of, or at least 1 million behind a lot of the teams, and 1 million is basically just fixing up that whole backline effectively. If you give me an extra 1 million from what I have at the moment, I'd fix up probably Thomas, Goldrick, I'd probably fix up Heads, Goldrick, Thomas, and Watson, all up to the top liners in the back line of Sheeran, Gay, Newman, Newton, and probably run that back 5 with Daisy Darcy there as well. That would be the back 5 that I'd have, and that would be the 1 million that I'd spend, and I'd still probably have Marinoff, Conti, Rowbottom, Hatchard, and Goering. And Rowbottom's now M5. But yeah, that would be sort of what I'd run with. And it would be an all-right side, as well as having just a forward that could actually score points. My forward line's been pathetic this year. Gould, what does she score? She scored 90. That would have been nice to have over Bonnie Too Good, but it is what it is. And that is the video there. So if you did enjoy it, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.